What's up, everybody? This is Dan from Dan's Trains, and today I'm doing a review on my new Lionel SD60 I Love USA diesel. Alright, so first off, Lionel released this engine in their 2006 catalog. Beautiful engine. However, there's one kind of tragic thing, and that is that this engine does not exist. Kind of sad about that. I was kidding, but yeah, it doesn't exist in real life. It's a completely fictional engine. The SD60 though does exist. It's just this paint scheme right here that doesn't. All right. So the first reason why I bought this engine is because it's a conventional engine, and the current test track in my basement is powered using a conventional transformer. So I was thinking, why not? I don't want to spend I don't know how many hundreds of dollars to buy a legacy command system for my current test track, because I mean I don't really need it right now. Also, the engine is a very attractive looking engine, as you guys can clearly see. And when I saw it at the dealership, I was thinking, I gotta buy this thing. Because first of all, I wanted this engine for a few years before I bought it. And second of all, I figured if it wasn't me that was going to buy this engine, it was going to be someone else. So I was just thinking, like, I gotta take advantage of the opportunity because it was knocking right there. Okay, now just getting to the features of the engine. So in the front here, we have these nice contrasting white grab irons. We have this beautiful little white star in the front of the engine there. We have another white grab iron on the top. We have this nice little chain right here. Very cool. And then we have these two ditch lights. Now, the thing that kind of surprised me at first is that these ditch lights here, they don't work like the ditch lights on my other diesel engine. And the fact that they don't flash alternatingly back and forth. Instead, they just stay on, and they don't flash when the horn is blown in this engine. Yeah, it was kind of surprising for me, but you know what? It's a conventional engine, so it's really like, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? All right. So moving to the side of the cab here, we have the number 1776, which is the same year that the United States became independent from Britain. We have these nice little silver windshield wipers. I think the camera might be able to see that. We have the number. We got these plastic windows, which unlike the Katie, they don't slide. They're fixed. But if you look really carefully, I'm gonna try to point at it a little bit. Right over there, you just have the engineer. He's just minding his own business. All right. Then also we have these guardrails in contrasting colors, and I thought that was really interesting because again, it really kind of catches the eye when you have dark blue being contrasted by white, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, as I said before, we have the silver windshield wipers. Now you can see them, and then also we have this little white grab iron up here. And that's the horn of the diesel engine also right there. Finally, one thing to point out about the cab, you have these two lighted number boards, and then you have the headlight of the engine. Now, one thing just to say about the headlight versus the ditch lights, they're different. This headlight here is a blue LED, and the two ditch lights on the bottom near the plow, they're incandescent. So it makes kind of a big difference because this light here is blue, while the rest of the light up features on the engine are kind of yellowish. Now, if you see my running video of this engine, I did kind of a little, I guess, run around with this engine. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, I just thought that was a little bit odd that Lionel wouldn't put either another incandescent for this top headlamp here or use blue LEDs for the ditch lights. So I can't really explain it, but yeah, I guess it just is what it is. All right, moving to the side of the engine. This is one of the main reasons why I bought it. So we have this really big American flag decal on the side, and then also we have the I Love United States of America. But thought that was really cool. And that's one of the main reasons why I bought it. So moving down to the fuel tank area, you can see that there's a little bit of legible signage, and the camera might not be able to, I guess, make out the words, but if you used a magnifying glass in this engine, you could clearly make out everything that these signs say. Like, for example, this little white sign here says fuel. And this little red sign, well, I'm a little bit nearsighted, so I can't really see that from over here. Alright, also going down, we have this nice little, like, red painted detail over here, as well as some detail in the cast-in fuel tank right there. So, I thought that was now, moving to the top of the engine, you can clearly see there's some nice cast-in detail all around here. Also, we have the smoke unit vent right here, and then we also have these fans in the back here. Now, the thing about these fans that's different than my other engines is that the fans here, they're fixed. They don't move, and they don't have little motors that move them. And I mean, I'm not too bummed about that. I kind of expected it because it's a conventional engine. But still, just to like be aware, like the fans in here do not move. Alright, moving to the other side of the engine. On this side of the cab, this little door here, it works. You can swing it out, I guess, with your finger. However, I definitely do not advise you doing that. I've done that before, and in one occasion, I've accidentally broken the door off the cab, and replacing it was kind of a pain in the butt. So, just a little like rule of thumb here. Lionel puts these little like working hinges here and here on the doors, but just don't be curious and open the door, because yeah, you can break the door off, and it's almost impossible in some cases to put the doors back on, because at least I know on some other Lionel engines they put little springs on the back of the door to make them close automatically. And if that system gets screwed up, it can get really hard to just put the doors back in. So just don't do that. All right. So moving to the back of the engine, we have this ladder right back here. These like white grab irons. I think that's pretty cool. How at least on this engine, how Lionel put the white grab irons on the blue background. It just makes it kind of stand out, and I think that's really cool. Also, we have two lighted number boards, and we have a operating reverse light, backup light, that turns on when the engine is in reverse. Now, let me just move the camera here. Looking at my other diesel engine, the Katie, has the same feature. These number boards don't light up, but that's prototypical because this is an actual engine. Yeah. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to show you guys the underside of this engine. Now, if you're handling a Lionel engine and you have to flip it, what I do is I take like a napkin or a paper towel or something, in this case it's just like a tissue, and put it over the smoke, like the smoke fluid, smokestack thing. Well, I do that because when you flip the engine over, sometimes smoke fluid can drip out of that, and it just makes everything like really messy. So, and smoke fluid, it's not nasty stuff, but you just don't want to get it on you. So just do that, and then carefully flip the engine over, and you can just do it like that. Alright, so as you can see, this is the underside of the engine. Moving to the trucks right here, we have the traction tire, and then we have these two pickup rollers, and there's two pickup rollers on this truck as well. And the pickup rollers take power from the track and supply it to the engine. Also, we have the speaker for the engine on the underside of the fuel tank there. And I thought that was kind of surprising. I thought the speaker was going to be inside the engine because it's a conventional engine. And then also, there's no rail sounds on this engine. So, again, it's just it's a little surprising that they would put like a complex speaker system there when it really doesn't have many sounds to show off. Yeah. Alright, so that just about wraps up this review for the Lionel I Love USA SD60. In total, I really like this engine. I really do. It's a great engine. It's great on the rails. Now, some of the features that I pointed out earlier, I will show you. But yeah, I guess enough talk, and let's just get this thing rolling. One more thing about this engine. Underneath the front truck, you have the sound, no sound, and then on the other side of that, you have directional lock and smoke system. And those little switches right there, what they do is they enable you to turn the smoke system on and off, and then also to change the directional settings in the engine. For example, you can keep it running idle, even when there's power brought to the track. So yeah, it's a cool feature. Now Lionel used the old tooling for this. They didn't use the new tooling. And that there's like a little like removable panel. It's underneath the front truck. So yeah, that's another little cool feature about this engine that's different than a lot of other SD60s that Lionel has released currently. All right, let's get this engine rolling. Well, that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Lionel I Love United States of America SD60. Afterwards, like, comment, subscribe. I really enjoy hearing from you guys, and I'm getting a lot of advice about doing this hobby, and I'm very thankful for that. Also, if you guys just want to leave a comment and say hi, I'm perfectly cool with that. I answer all my comments, or at least I try to. All right, I got nothing else to add, so as always, this is Dan from Dan's Trains, and I will see you next time.